Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Tammy. Hey, everybody.
Happy Tuesday,
Happy
friends.
Tuesday.
How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing good.
Good. I'm doing good. Hey, Gail.
Hey,
I see
Gail.
Gail, Gail Southern Living, Tina, Life in the Piedmont, Broken Hearts Ministry. Thank you.
Hey, Tina.
Um, Heather, Milk and Honey Heritage Farm, Suburban Hillbilly. Good to see you all.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Gwen, Broke Cowgirl Homestead.
Hey, Gwen.
Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming in. I don't know if notifications have gone out yet, but
They have.
awesome. All right. So today we're going to be following up on our repurposing conversation and kind of rolling right into that. We're also going to be talking about gardening and raising our own animals for food, which kind of fits into our theme for the month. We're talking about finances. Hey, Gear Gryden. Good to
Hey,
see
Gear
you.
Dryden.
Oh, you're so funny.
Gwen was hurrying, so the teachers didn't mark her as tardy. You don't have to hurry for us. We won't mark you tardy.
We would never mark you tardy.
Heck, I'm tardy.
Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie.
So I know last week we were talking about repurposing, Lisa, and we were talking about it in regards to so many things. Hey, Kathleen, my Alabama farm life.
Hey,
Good to see you.
Kathleen.
And we were talking about repurposing for, everything from kitchen containers, leftover containers for making candles, and just reusing them for holding tools and supplies. And I know we were going to carry that conversation over. Hey, Kill It and Grill It. Good to
Hey,
see
Kill It and
you.
Grill It. Hey, Lazy Days Ahead.
Hey, Lazy Days Ahead. Good to see you. So today we were going to chat more about that and also how it pertains to gardening and ways that we can save money. And we're just really kind of talk about finances this month and how we can make a positive impact on our income coming in as well as our expenses going out, because that's what it's all about when you talk about finances, what you're bringing in and what you got going out.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I guess we could start with that. Lisa, you want to share some of the stuff you're doing with your animals?
Sure. We just finished our tree project, which was massive, and we're just going to cut the stumps down today. We have it all raked up. Looks amazing. A lot more sun. And
awesome.
with that, we are having another beautiful day in the 50s here.
Woohoo!
This winter has been delightful.
It
compared
has.
to most, or compared to last year, let's just say.
Last year was rough.
But we are so dry, but the warm weather has been beneficial because it's not even spring and I'm going to be cleaning out my chicken coop. And how does that relate to saving money on gardening? I'm going to be taking the manure and putting
Tina Lady
in a location. I have some leftover compost from last year that we had in one of those. I use those turtle sandboxes for pools for the pigs. We had extra and we put it in a turtle sandbox and covered it. And so the really cool thing is that we've got some compost, we've got some manure, and then I'm going to break apart the container dirt, get the roots out, and then mix it all together. So we're ready for spring.
Awesome. Yeah, because soil is expensive.
It is. In fact, I was telling Tina at Life in the Piedmont, someone graciously gifted us 3 IBC totes. Now, they don't have the cages. It's just the plastic bladder. But that's 6 raised beds.
No kidding.
But
you're cutting them in half, right?
Right. But it's going to be expensive to fill them. So, and plus the other thing I have to watch for is if somebody is using sprayed hay to feed their cattle and I'm getting manure from them, they can kill the plants. So, and not everybody knows that. you know, if it's sprayed or not.
Yeah.
So I may not be able to get that project this year, but I have not even up potted all my tomatoes. There's so many. And I probably have twice that amount over there in the seedling containers I'm going to try and get to.
Oh my goodness. How many tomatoes you growing this year?
Uh, there are tons. I couldn't even tell you. Yes, Gear Grind, we will fill with sticks like a hugelkultur bed. But you know, still we need to make sure that we can fill them. We may not be able to. And yes,
Hey,
that's exactly
Jan.
what I meant, Heather. Milk and honey.
Awesome. So several things that you mentioned there, saving money, making your own dirt, your own soil, repurposing items for raised beds. You're doing the IBC totes. Oh, and I have to mention, so Gail's Southern Living, every year she does a weird container gardening collaboration to get people to think out of the box and think about what are we growing in and what can we grow in that maybe is a little non-conventional. That would be a perfect one for that, Lisa. She's going to start that in April, by the way, everybody.
Yeah. But Grazon was exactly my concern, Heather. That was exactly what I was worried about.
What is Grazon?
It's an herbicide.
Oh, being in any compost that you purchase from someone else?
Right.
I mean, any manure?
Right. And the same thing with, like, see, Gwen has there. That's exactly right. And that's the problem. So here in certain regions, there are, so they cannot use sprayed hay. So it's a Black Hills thing. So there'll be zones that say no sprayed hay. But, you know, again, you have to buy manure. You don't know. So.
Hey, Uncle Al. Good to see you. Die Bullfrog
Hey,
79.
Hey, Joe. Grow Big TV. Hey, Simply Jan.
Thank you all for coming.
Everybody, so I want to figure out how to open the. Hey, Tina Ladybug. I want to figure out how to fill those. I'm going to do them hugelkultur style just because that's a lot. But I actually have, so that would be 6 of those. And then I have another one
awesome.
with the crate that we bartered for. And that was our end of the deal. We're doing some work for somebody for drilling holes with the tractor.
If it's alfalfa, it won't be sprayed because it's a broadleaf. Good to know.
Yep. Yeah, I use alfalfa for the pigs, but a lot of people here use.
Hey, P&J's Homestead Adventure. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome. I can't remember the name of it. But they use all different kinds of hay. Some of them are, what do they call it? Prairie grass and stuff.
Hey, one of the moderators, P&J's Homestead Adventure is a new channel, and I've been watching a lot of their videos today. Great homesteading channel. If you could drop their link, because they were new to me until just within the last week, so I'm thinking they might be new to other people too. And Jan said she's planting with alfalfa pellets this year.
Yep, I've got a bag full of them. I'm going to throw in my garlic.
What are you doing with the alfalfa pellets? Are you just putting them on top of the soil?
You can put them at the root of your tomato plants.
Oh, so under the soil.
You can put them on top of the soil for garlic. People do it all different ways.
That's the first I've heard of that.
Yeah. No, someone told me, they were like, to do that. So I was going to do that. Of course, my garlic is like, everybody says, oh, my garlic is growing. Mine isn't.
It will.
It totally will.
The temperature difference. Probably everybody whose garlic is growing is, further.
Well, it was
south,
funny. I had somebody say to me, they were like, They're like, "You're not 4B anymore, you're 5A." They're like, "That does not make sense at all." I said, "Yeah, I know. It doesn't really change anything."
Mm-hmm. With how you do stuff, huh?
Yep. Out of alfalfa pellets, Heather, make a tea.
Alfalfa and sulfur in your potatoes works great.
Mm-hmm.
So, where do you get the sulfur from?
Like wood ash. Because I know we take our ash from
The fire pit?
yeah, from our pellet stove. We take the ash and we
Mm.
spread it around in the different gardens.
Mm-hmm. All right, here Gwen is sharing high mineral content. A key benefit of alfalfa is the fact that it is a strong source of not just nitrogen, but a host of other minerals, including potassium, calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium.
Nice.
That is awesome information for me. Thank you, Gwen.
Yep.
I'm writing this down real quick, especially in those potatoes, because I'm going to be getting the potatoes going soon.
Ironically, potatoes do well here.
That's awesome, though. That is such a
it's so
huge
funny.
staple.
Yep. And she said you can get the sulfur at any store.
Or bisulfur?
Yep. Uncle Al
Huh.
said that too.
Huh.
Oh, absolutely, Kathleen. I don't want to have bunnies, but I want bunny manure.
Yeah, I want bunnies and bunny manure, but maybe this year. We're still looking to see what we're going to do animal wise.
Yep, when we use ash all the time.
Do you?
Well, yeah, because we have to get rid of it. I mean, and if you think about it, last year
Mm-hmm.
we had cheaper pellets, quite honestly, cheaper quality pellets, which we didn't know. And they gave off more ash. And with us burning nonstop at high temperatures, it was unbelievable the amount of ash we had. And Ryan just keeps throwing it in the garden. And then this year we had higher quality pellets, which have turned out great, and a warmer weather. So we've had less, but it's just great. We always throw ash in the gardens, and he actually spreads it around, and then we'll till it in.
So tell me, like, can we talk percentage, like how much you use for how large of a garden bed, or whatever way you can speak to that? Because boy, do we have a burn pit, for boxes, leaves, and things like that. So we have a lot of ashes. I mean, I don't want to over ash something.
So we don't have rhyme or reason. So here's what we do. We have a raised bed out front. He doesn't throw it in the strawberry bed because I'll take care of that, because it's got a lot of straw on it to cover them for the winter.
Yeah.
So we have the raised garden bed you've seen in our videos, and we have our main garden. Those are the two spots he puts it in all winter long.
Wow.
So the raised bed garden got about 2 or 3, 4 tops of ash emptying from the drawer of the stove. The rest goes in the main garden.
Interesting. Now, do you do this in the winter only?
Yes, because that's the only time we have ash.
Okay, but
because we can't
what about
burn.
like right now?
Well, here's the thing: we have very limited times to burn, and like right now we're under wildfire warnings.
Okay.
So we have to. We're in the Black Hills Fire District. So the problem is that unless there's a lot of snow, you can't burn for the most part. So we have a pile right now of brush, and we want to burn it, but we can't. We're waiting for a spring snow, and it's going to have to be like 6 to 10 inches.
Yeah. So let's say, though, that you've got maybe some winter crops out there, or I guess what I'm getting at, is there any concern in putting ash in a garden bed if it has, I don't know, like I'm assuming you want to put it really lightly once you have plants in there, because you're just going to have ash everywhere, all over everything. Do you ever do that, or do you stir it in the soil?
No, we always do it over the winter, prepping and all that stuff,
Okay,
and that's it.
good to know. I missed
We
my
we don't
opportunity,
we
I
don't put
think.
it in summer, but biochar, like somebody was saying, is really good too.
Grow Big TV, he had a guest speaker talking about biochar that I think I need to go back and listen to again.
Did you just see that?
No, what happened? Are you really trying to get your coffee down today?
I took I took a drink and I had a hole in my lip. Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Yep, Uncle Al, we do. We have a chipper machine.
Oh, and the
Chipping pine is
biochar.
like, oh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What did I miss? I think I got behind too. Spring and snow are two things that should not meet.
I
They
know
do when you're in the high country.
we really need it. In fact, I need to seed, and I can't seed unless we have like deep snow because I need it to sit there for a while.
Hey Jan, why you burned walnut, now you're afraid to use it? Why? What is it about walnut?
Everybody saw me. Busted. Sorry, guys. I just
No hiding when you're on a live.
just being me, and you know what that means? You can't take me anywhere.
I do that all
Walnut
the
kills
time.
plants. I've heard that.
Oh
But
my
even after it's
goodness.
burned,
Wow.
yeah, don't put it there.
Yeah, he did. Grow Big TV. There's a live over there if you missed and you're wanting to hear more about biochar. He had an expert in the field speaking to that, and I caught like the last half of it. So I need to go back and re-listen again. And nothing grows under a walnut tree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah. We did put so we started a compost, and I have like in the compost, of course, our chicken manure, a lot of leaves in there, but it's not going to be enough. Like I need to up my game. I'm going to have to buy some, and I think I'm going to see about getting some from like somebody that I can get like a truck bed full, but I'll have to ask them about things.
Are
The
you
spray,
composting?
right?
Are you
Uh-huh.
composting at your house?
Yeah, I have like it's the size of like a garbage can
Yep.
kind of thing with a little door at the bottom of it. And
Yep.
then I put leaves in there. I put in of course anything from the kitchen that I can. And then we put like when we clean out the chicken coop, we'll put the chicken manure in there. So, but I don't know that it's ready. I'm nervous about the chicken manure maybe not sitting long enough too.
Oh, I'm taking fresh chicken manure out of my coop and putting it in my
Mhm.
pots,
Oh,
mixing it
okay.
with my
So I
dirt, and then
shouldn't
I'm putting
worry
it in
too
there.
much.
Well, but
Okay.
we still have longer than you do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I need to do that. Here we're supposed to get potatoes in the ground by Easter too, which I heard when I was in well,
Good
it's the
Friday.
same zones. Maybe that's why.
Good
I
Friday.
was in, mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, and Jan saying or Gwen saying, don't forget worm castings.
So Tina, there is a
Hmm.
handle thing. It's like a T. So it looks like a T, but then at the bottom it's got like a little rudder, and you can turn your compost.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
you're going to laugh. We use the plow on the side by side to move
Mm-hmm.
our compost. We could use the tractor, but we're not often down there with the tractor. We're down there with the side by side. So
Uh-huh.
yesterday we were pushing the brush pile back, and Ryan also turned over our compost in the back, which is a big pile.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can use pelleted poo right away, goats and rabbits.
Yep.
But we also we have a turning compost bin, and we have
Hey
one that we
Huga.
let sit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Huga, congrats on the puppy. Teeny little
Tina was
puppy.
saying she's got the same kind of compost. She's trying to figure out how to turn it. Tina, that's one thing about that kind of compost is that it makes me less inclined to turn it. I think I've turned it like one time and I emptied it out and then just put it all back in. That's the best way that I've seen to be able to turn it.
Strap the cover on the can and roll the can around.
Oh, there you go. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Does anybody use any ways that they can save money in gardening? Because we garden for food, for the quality of our food, and we can't necessarily compare cost to like all of the cheap vegetables at the store that have been sprayed with pesticides and things. But we can certainly compare it to the cost of organic food, because organic food is expensive at the grocery store. So growing it yourself, but there is the initial investment every spring. Um, so using your own compost saves money. Using your scraps, using your chicken poop and goat pellets and rabbit pellets. Anybody doing anything else they want to share?
Well, Kathleen and Rebecca at Suburban Hillbilly were talking about growing from seed and, growing your
Mm-hmm.
own starts instead of buying them. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't saved seeds. I should. No, I shouldn't say that. I have saved seeds before. I did not save any
Mm-hmm.
last year.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to know something? Like I can't, I haven't bought many seeds at all.
Mm-hmm.
I keep getting them sent to me.
Me
And
too. I didn't have to. Well, M.I. Gardner had a sale at the end of the season last year, and he was selling seeds for like $1 a pack. So I did buy a bunch then. But what I've planted seeds that I've gotten in seed swaps and stuff.
yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
The other thing is somebody on Instagram who was local responded to me with a company out of Colorado
Mm-hmm.
that makes high elevation.
Yeah.
It specializes in high elevation seeds, which I thought was really cool.
My name is Jan, and I'm a seed addict. Hey, Blue, good to see you.
So it's called Seeds Trust. In case anybody's watching who would need it, but it's Seeds Trust. 30-year-old seed company, heirloom seed, open pollinated, organic, naturally grown,
Nice.
reliability in the coldest climates and shortest seasons, which I thought was cool.
That is cool.
So I'll be.
Oh, that is cool because it's right for you in the coldest climates. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm gonna look at that. Hey, Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bare Bones.
Hey, Bare Bones. Thank you all for joining us.
So yeah, so I'm gonna take a look at that. But I think the other thing is making your own fertilizers.
Did you see what Blue said? I may or may not have just acquired another 107 packs of seeds. Sorry, not sorry.
Well, then there you go. Just
Right
say
on,
I did
Blue.
acquire another 107.
Woohoo! Does anybody need any seeds they don't have yet?
Oh, nice, Jamie.
We have a chat full of self-proclaiming seed addicts.
I'm not a seed addict, but I have so many seeds, it's not even funny. I sent a bunch to Barb's Country Home last year because not everything grows well. So I'm not going to waste my time with it. So it's just really funny because now I've got 4 million tomatoes. Oh, habanada or habanero? Are you looking for the habanero that isn't hot?
Is there a habanada? Is there something we haven't heard of, maybe?
I don't think I have habanero. I know I don't have habanada.
I have habaneros. If you need habaneros, I can mail you some.
Lemongrass. Ooh.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah. I may have to buy a lemon balm again this year because I don't know if mine made it. She said, yes, habanada. I need weeders. What are weeders?
I think she means help in the garden to weed.
Oh, yeah.
Am I right, Heather?
Oh, Tanny didn't know it till right now. You should see the look I got. Uh-oh. Then why'd you say something? Hi, Natasha.
Hey, thank you, P&J, for sharing out our live. We appreciate that.
It's my understanding lemon balm is perennial, but
Hey, Budget Preppers.
it may not have made it through winter in a container, and I didn't put it in the ground. But I'm hoping it makes it through. She said yes, LOL. Dirty socks.
So I have some lemon balm seeds, the Budget Preppers. I can send some to you. Email me your address and I'll get you some of those. We have a lemon balm patch, and we found a tree next to it that last year we're like, hey, this is a peach tree. You guys might have remembered me saying that.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a peach tree. I mean, we can really tell this year because we can see the progress of our peach tree and kind of compare it to this one and really match what's going on with both. So Mountain Grandpa got out there and cleared the trees around. I helped, but you know how that goes. He did the bulk of the stuff, but we cleared the trees around it so it gets to grow more this year. I'm so excited, but it's right next to my lemon balm patch.
That's awesome.
Hey, Tina, she's saying, who needs lemon balm and lemongrass?
I need
lemongrass.
I put the comment there.
Where are you at? You did? Where?
Where Tina said, hey, Budget Preppers, below that.
Okay, hold on.
So Tina, Budget Preppers wants lemon balm, Suburban Hillbilly wants lemongrass, and Mountain Grandma wants lemongrass.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've got a big lemon balm patch. It all looks dead, Lisa. I mean, it looks as dead as it could be. I mean, there's even leaves, over it. You can see the stuff sticking up from last year. And it will grow back because it was in the same shape last year. So I know it's in a container, but you just never know. Because if it was outside, it got snowed on maybe, or was it in the greenhouse?
Mine was outside in the snow.
So
Heather,
who knows?
Well, I'll see. I mean, it's not a big deal to me. Heather at Milk and Honey Heritage Farms needs lemongrass, and Bare Bones Living is looking for habanero.
We mean habanado. They want habanado.
Well, she just said, Suburban Hillbilly, do you have any you could share?
Oh, okay. Okay.
You're part Triffid.
Yeah, Triffid. I love how you talk, Blue. I love all of your English words.
I don't have mint planted, so I don't have a problem. But I have lemon balm.
I think it might be too dry for mint. I haven't tried to plant mint. I know lemon balm's in the mint family, so who knows, but I don't know. Straight up mint feels like it's more water loving, so I'm not sure about mint in Missouri. Jan, have you ever grown mint here? If she's in the chat, maybe she could share. Oh, look. Sometimes in a container, the roots will freeze.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my problem. I really don't have a spot for it. I got to find one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they are talking about habanada seeds.
Oh, great.
What is habanada?
I'm assuming habanero without the heat.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, if mint is in the ground, it just keeps going. Everybody says that's like the going joke.
Yeah. I'm going to use that area where we have our lemon balm patch, and now we have that peach tree right there, which I think is so fun because it's kind of on the edge of our grass. So our grass meets the lemon balm patch and then the woods, right? So it's right there, but there's other herbs that I'm planting. I've got a lot of herbs started, and I want to put the herbs that have a tendency to grow wild. I want to let them grow wild. You know what I mean? And so I'm thinking if I can plant some right over there by those, then I'm saving my garden bed space.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And my St. John's wort, I'm going to move to the back of the property because I read that St. John's wort can be toxic for animals that graze on it, and we have goats.
Ooh.
And I mean, obviously the goats are not just out and about, but what if they were?
Do you have rhododendrons on your property?
I don't think so. Okay. I don't know what a rhododendron is.
Look it up because just because when you talk about toxic with goats, and I don't
Yeah.
know anything about goats, I say this because a friend of mine who knows a lot about goats shared that one of her littles got into the rhododendron and
Oh
she had to
my gosh.
replace the fence.
Okay, yeah, we don't have those. I just looked it up. Definitely do
Okay.
not have that.
Yeah, North Carolina is riddled with them. So
Hmm.
she's in
Interesting.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Yeah, we had little ladybug who was always running all over the place.
Exactly, exactly.
Mhm. Yeah. I will say this though, boy, is the St. John's wort hardy and easy to grow. Had I known that, I would have grown it in Arizona. But it is, Lisa. It would grow where you're at. I mean, it never even turned brown and crispy
Wow.
from the winter. It's like still green out there. I'll have to do a video. I'm going to be doing the survival seeds video where I share the seeds that I'm growing for herbs for part of the survival seeds collaboration that's hosted by Vineyard Checks and Bushcraft Family and Lazy Days Ahead. And when I do that, I'll
Bye,
share
Tina.
the St. John's wort. Thank you, Tina.
And an update about Tina. She said she only had lemon balm, not lemongrass. She must have planted it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay. Thank you though. Um so yeah, I'm trying to think of where I'm gonna plant everything. Like I'm gonna try to put amaranth in our woods. As much as I can put in the woods or just out of the garden and let it grow somewhere else.
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna do because I want my garden beds for tomatoes and peppers and my squashes, right? Onions and our food. The herbs I can grow somewhere else.
Right.
Oh, here's more toxic plants that Gwen shared. Castor bean, foxglove, oleanders. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you know what I actually use St. John's wort for? A lot of people don't know that it is amazing for burns. I use it topically. I think probably the number of times I've actually put it in any tea is probably less than 5 total because I just don't I just don't use that for I'm pretty happy most of the time. Um But what I use it for is topically, it's great. I infuse an oil, so I have infused oil on hand. It's amazing for burns. Oh my goodness. And it's also amazing for neurological pain.
Hmm.
So if you have, so great for feet, like if you know anybody who's diabetic or anybody who has foot pain, that's like an herb that you would put in like a pain oil for them. So
Hmm.
great for pain like that. That's what I use it for.
Wow.
But the burn one is a really good one because, you know, I don't know. You think about honey's good for burns, mustard's good for burns, but yeah, like they drip off your, I don't know. When you use St. John's wort,
Oh my goodness gracious.
if you use St. John's wort, it's like an infused oil. So you rub it in and there you go. You're in good shape. And you wouldn't believe how quickly it clears the burn too.
Yep.
So kind of a nice herbal remedy to have in your toolkit for sure. And it's supposed to be fresher. The fresher, the stronger and more effective it is. So
Hmm.
than buying it, buying the herb dehydrated from somebody. Is anybody growing anything new this year? How about you, Lisa? Growing anything new?
Just some tomato varieties that we're testing
Mm-hmm.
out, but that's about
Mm-hmm.
it. Because I
Yeah.
was trying to use what we had versus buying stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I have so many tomatoes. I
Mm-hmm.
probably have 100 tomato plants. Like, I don't have room for that.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
Oops.
Last year, I had about close to 30 if I counted my volunteers out there.
Yep.
But you know what? They didn't all produce well for me, and it was like a soil thing. It was
Yeah.
totally a soil thing. And then they were taking up space in the garden. So this year I'm kind of shaking things up a little bit. I'm going to have, I'm doing, Grow Big TV has a collaboration. You can win $100 on a tomato. It's the
Wow.
Dr. Weitch's yellow tomato. So I started some of those seeds because if you get the biggest one, $100, might as well try. And it's supposed to be this ginormous tomato. So I'm going to grow those for that. And then the survival seeds from Vineyard Chicks, I'm still waiting on mine. I'm not the only one. There's some other people who have had, like, I guess, mail issues. I don't know what's happening. I just know I haven't
Oh,
received
wow.
my package yet. But remember, they're sending out two different kinds of tomatoes. Romas, I think, and Marzanos. Does that sound right? Anybody in
I,
the chat who's doing it
I
for
have
Grow Big?
mine. I just don't have them near me, so I don't remember.
Yeah, so those are my three kinds of tomatoes I'm going to grow. Those are my types. And then I'm just going to try to make sure that, that they live. And then I'm doing I am getting better at growing radishes this year
It's
because you know what I think I've been doing? I think I've been trying too hard because radishes do not like they don't like nitrogen. That's going to make so any fertilizer, and I know I fertilized my stuff last year. You cannot use a fertilizer when you're growing radishes.
that's weird.
Um, the nitrogen, but think about it, the nitrogen makes them grow all the leaves, and then you've got pithy roots. And the roots really want phosphorus and potassium. So I've got
Interesting.
some banana peels I'm going to sprinkle on them, see if that doesn't help. But that and I don't know. I saw that some people spaced them far apart and some people didn't.
I've watched people just put them in and then they do what they do with carrots. They thin them out.
And yep. Um, oh, lemon boy tomatoes. That sounds fun. Mariana. Okay. That's one I've never even heard of. Mariana tomato. Yeah, I
Love
haven't even
Cherokee
heard.
Purple, Suburban Hillbilly.
I heard those are really good. Oh, and I'm growing I'm glad that I saw this because I am growing cherry tomatoes. We had them on our porch last year. It was like the best thing ever because when we go out to sit on the porch, we can just eat cherry tomatoes while we're sitting there.
Nice.
Hey Danny, good to see you.
Hey, Danny.
Yep, and daikon radish is super good for you. Yes, it is. Um Trying lemon pepper, cayenne pepper. Yeah. You doing any peppers, Lisa?
Nope. We
I'm
had
doing
one year out of the past four that we
mhm.
got peppers.
Yeah.
I'm
You know
saving
what though?
what?
Sunlight's been an issue for you. And they have
Correct.
to have sun.
But they've been in the sun. They were in the greenhouses.
Oh, I gotcha.
So
Hmm.
I'm holding off this year. As you can see, I have plenty of tomatoes.
Yeah. That's
So,
interesting to me though, because when we were in Williams, we were at 7,000 feet
yep.
and I grew cayenne peppers and they did well.
Never hot peppers. We didn't have any luck with. We grew some
Hmm.
jalapenos
Uh-huh.
that we bought
You
as
know,
starts, and we
I don't
bought
think my
peppers as
jalapeno.
starts last year.
Huh.
And we had a long season last year. They just did not do well. King of the North
Hmm.
from seed did horrible.
Huh. Interesting.
That's all right. I will take more tomatoes.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you grow what you can grow and then you barter or buy the rest, right?
Yeah, there's more versatility when it comes to the
Hmm.
tomatoes for me.
Oh, and Heather's doing yams. Oh my gosh, I have
Nice.
not grown yams in years. I never grew them when we were up north. I would like to try to grow those this year. That would be fun.
That'd be great for you to grow there. You got to get them started now, though.
Yeah. So P and J, I am growing my radishes in a barrel. Well,
Yep.
some of them. I'm putting them with my rose bushes. I've got rose bushes that are in a barrel, and last year I grew different things with my rose bushes, and I discovered what I liked and what I didn't like. And I think the radishes would grow well with those. The yarrow grew well with my rose bushes, and matter of fact, it overwintered. It never did get die back all the way. It's still growing well out there, which I love because it's right by my house. Um, and the radishes will grow well too. They will do good. I don't want anything tall with them again, but I'm going to do them that way. And that way I'm not going to be fertilizing them like when I fertilize the rest of the garden. Mm-hmm. Jamie's doing red potatoes. What kind of potatoes are you doing, Lisa?
I don't know. I don't have them yet.
I got it.
We just bought these really cool onion sets. So
Mm-hmm.
I bought 25 of
Awesome.
those and they were 80 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't get a chance to do Dixondale this year.
Mm-hmm. Do you, when you're planting your onions, remind me, like, do you grow alongside of the onions, or do you just um like designate a certain area of the garden bed to onions?
I have a repurposed stock tank that I will grow my onions in, and then 25 is way too many for that. So I will have to
Mhm.
mix them in other places.
Yeah. I was wondering because I know they're supposed to be good for, like, controlling pests.
Right. I
So we'll have
find that
to.
raised beds do better with onions for me.
Hmm. I was thinking about trying to like intermingle onions into my garden bed, and I've done that with garlic before, but I haven't done it with onion. I've never been able to successfully grow onions. This survival seeds 24, it contains the hardest seeds that are that I have had a challenge with. So like the beets, I've never really been successful at growing beets or onions. So that's going to be interesting. So Gail's also growing amaranth, giant pumpkins, tomatillos, and spaghetti squash. The tomatillos, I love those. Are so easy. Oh my goodness. They went wild here in
Yeah.
crappy soil. And sometimes I might not be the best garden mama. And they survived it all. They thrived, as a matter of fact, which had me thinking, why didn't I grow these in Arizona? Like I totally should have grown in Arizona where it's so dry. Spaghetti squash, I don't know if I'm going to grow that this year. I'm still dabbling with that idea because I'm growing the squash. I'll be growing the squash with the survival seed. They've got that, and
Yeah.
I'm looking around for like space. What do I have room for? The spaghetti squash took up a lot of space for me, but it was huge. I had like two spaghetti squash plants, and I couldn't. I think I got a good dozen spaghetti squash, and some of them were huge off of those two plants. It was really nice.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Not That's interesting. Oh my goodness, this is a lot of peppers.
I love poblano.
Huh. Those look fun. I'm gonna just be growing the orange spice jalapenos this year and pepperoncinis. I'm trying to grow a lot of jalapenos though, and bell peppers. Like those are the things we eat.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hey, Kevin.
Don't use blood meal in your beans. Okay, I'm
Why
glad you
not?
shared that.
I don't. I wouldn't, but I'm just curious. Why not? Just because I
Yeah.
like to learn.
I'm curious too. Oh my goodness, good tip on the radishes. Let them go to seed. The seed pods are amazingly delicious. Bees and pollinators love herbs. Huh. She pickles them.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good call, Uncle Al, on checking to see what the natives in your area, people that are native to your area, what they grow.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of you going to try to make powdered with dried herbs or berries. So you mean like our own seasonings? Hey, Tuber Chat. Thank you for coming in. So I dry the herbs that I can use or throw them in my tea. Dandelions are everywhere. Even the grandbabies now. So one of my grandbabies gave me like dandelion flowers because she knows I put it in a tea.
Aw.
Isn't that awesome? She's gonna know like all kinds of herby stuff. Kathleen planted a lot of jalapenos this year also. Are you growing squash this year, Lisa?
No. It has to be a shorter season. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. We're growing yellow squash and zucchini. We always do.
Too high in nitrogen.
For the blood meal.
Oh, got it. Okay. Thank you, Uncle Al.
Like spaghetti squash, I got one that was this big.
Oh, look at Blue said dandelions everywhere tends to mean the ground is really compact and lacking calcium. Oh, really? Because our water's so hard. Well, I mean, not that I water my yard, but I do water the garden. And we have a lot of calcium. We have hard water. So I think maybe in our garden beds, no?
Finally, something good, Blue, because we don't get tons of dandelions.
No, you
but
don't.
I will say this. Our ground is hard and our ground is dusty. The chickens
I said,
were
no,
out
you
there.
don't, like I've been there, but we didn't in northern Arizona either, and so I figured you guys didn't because we had the same kind of plants.
The chickens are out there dust bathing and making ankle breaker holes, and the dust is flying.
Yeah, is it?
Oh, it's terribly dry.
What's your plan for like where you cut down all the trees? Are you having dust over there?
Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of it will come up. A lot of it will start to grow up when when spring comes. We're just not there yet. It's so early.
Yeah. Yep.
But what we're doing is waiting for some heavy spring snow to throw out some seed, and then the chickens will be on lockdown till it grows.
Nice. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Hey, you could grow some amaranth over there if you wanted to. That'll be like a weed on you, though. We'll see. We'll see how much of a weed. Because I grew it last year. Big mistake of trying to grow it with the roses. That didn't work out well. I should have researched that a little more. But I'm putting it in the woods, but I'm curious what's going to pop up. And I took like the stalks and they still had seeds in them. I kind of threw them where I want them to grow, thinking they're going to just grow without me because they should. So we'll see.
Heather says if thistle grows, that's a sign of compacted soil too. What I find interesting, and I don't, I have thistle growing, globe thistle growing in the back part, and the soil is loose as can be. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And some of it is because we've literally tilled it up when we had to move the coop and stuff. Every time I walk back there, it is just loose as can be. It's so weird.
I hate thistle. I know it serves a purpose, but oh my word, that's like my least favorite thing.
Yep.
And Heather's growing. Oh yeah, hyssop. That's part of the bushcraft family. Hey Charles, I just saw he popped in. But hyssop is part of the survival seeds for the herbs that bushcraft family. It was hyssop, feverfew, oregano. I've got them all planted too. I just haven't. I was hoping I could get some growth before I did my first video. But Charles, that first video will be coming out soon for the survival seeds.
I hope Suburban Hillbilly, I hope you feel better, and I hope your old dog is hanging on there. It's just all in good time.
Oh yeah, that was me last year too, with the not starting the seeds early. I still got some stuff, but I'm in zone 6B and I didn't like my start date for growing is last frost date is early April. So I didn't
Nice.
even start my seeds. I wrote it down last year. I didn't even start them until May, which would have been fine if I was, in northern Arizona.
Right.
Put me behind here.
I got mine started on, I think, February 17th, just the
Mhm.
tomatoes. If I was growing
Mhm.
peppers, they would be started too, but I didn't. And then
Mhm.
the other stuff will be about 6 to 8 weeks before frost.
Mhm. Yeah. Some of the herbs I'm growing for the first time is the hyssop and the feverfew. Charles, thank you, because it was because of that survival seeds challenge that I'm going to be doing those ones. Goji berries. I have 2 goji berries popping up, and I'm hoping I can keep them alive through like transplant and everything. You know how y'all know how that is. They grow, you transplant. Sometimes they don't make it. I'm really crossing my fingers on the goji berries. Oh my goodness. I have just all kinds of herbs that I'm growing and hoping to plant out in my woods.
Hey, Shelly.
And then I'm doing the black zucchini
Ooh,
squash as part of Grow Big TVs. It's like the $100 squash. I'm going to grow those too. They're called Black Beauty Zucchini.
nice.
Here's got my list because with my dates on here. Feverfew, hyssop. I'm doing the lemon balm, even though I have a lemon balm patch, because maybe I can start another one somewhere else. Oregano, evening primrose, self heal, goji berries, Solomon seal. Really crossing my fingers I can grow that guy from seed because I failed last year.
Bye, Amanda.
Comfrey, arnica, more lemon basil, and marjoram. That's what I'm growing. And several of those are new, so I'm kind of excited about those. My new herbs. Fun stuff. We have like 4 minutes, everybody. Do you all have any questions for us?
No, P&J's Homestead said we can't plant here in New York State until Memorial Weekend. We'll be starting seeds till end of March. Yep. Yeah, I can't plant out until end of May, and even then I have to watch for frost through the first week of June. I just found that we learned starting our tomatoes in February has been beneficial to us.
Thank you for coming, Bare Bones.
I'm like 3 minutes closer to cleaning my chicken coop. Check that out.
Woohoo!
No,
No? I mean,
I
it'll be
dread
nice
it.
when it's done. Just focus on the end.
I will. I will. Trust me. Trust me. I will.
Yeah. When it's over, it's going to be a wonderful thing.
Yep. The fact that I'm cleaning it in March before it's spring is cool.
Hey, Off Grid Whiskey and Sunshine. Good to see you guys. Hoping to get seeds in. Uh-huh. Yeah, I've got more yet that I need to start. So,
Yep.
all kinds of growing and gardening fun. All right. So, we're going to go ahead and get to wrapping up. But before we do, I wanted to remind everybody about some things that are going on in the community, and that is the Grow Big TV. They've got several challenges, $100 challenges. Watermelon radish. My watermelon radish are in. Videos coming. I'm hoping they kind of pop up before I share the video. Hey, our treasured home. And so they've got one for radishes, for zucchinis, for the Dr. Weitch's yellow tomato, for some peppers. I know I'm forgetting 2 of them. If anybody remembers the other 2, put them in the chat. But you can also head over to Grow Big TV and find out how you can make $100 by growing some big veggies. And then also the survival seeds 24 bushcraft family is doing the herbal side of that. And then vineyard chicks have the other, like the vegetable seed side that they're doing. And there's going to be all kinds of giveaways. So just keep tabs on that and follow people's videos and leave comments because it puts you into like drawings for things. Hey, Ann Haynes, good to see
Hey,
you.
Ann.
Everybody, Ann is a new channel. If you haven't followed her, go check her out too. I just met her within the last week.
Cool.
Yeah, and then we've got Gail's Southern Living is going to have the collaboration for the weird container gardening that'll be launching the 1st of April. What else? Oh my goodness. I know that there's more out there. Go check. Gail also does she does like a collaboration update video like every week that I look at to see who's doing what and kind of keep tabs on everything. So you might want to go and check that out. Anything else, Lisa?
No, that's it. You have
Oh,
got it going on.
the budget preppers. The budget preppers are doing
Yes.
a meal in a jar collaboration. Lisa, you and I are both in that.
Yep. I mentioned that on my live Friday, and absolutely.
Yeah. So, and that one's going to have giveaways too. So go and watch all the videos. Lisa and I both have videos for that. So if you go to our description under our meal in a jar videos, is yours out yet though? Yours
No, the
isn't here yet,
27.
huh? Okay, I got an oatmeal one that's part of that. You can go and look in the description and it'll show you who all's got videos for that. So Lisa's video's coming, but I think that's everything. And
Yeah.
thank you all for coming. We'll see you again next week and continue this conversation. And if you have any questions in the meantime, reach out to us.
Have a great
Oh,
day.
Jamie just shared Thursday at 2 p.m. Gail's collaboration video comes out. Awesome. Thank you, Jamie. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next week. Thank you all for coming.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.